To start with the EVM exercises, let's go over the formulae once again. I have added one more formula here in the last, which is EAC equals AC plus BAC minus EB, in case the original budget has to be considered. In the last three videos, we considered one problem question and explained all these formulae. Now I am taking 35 different problems wherein we shall use these formula in one way or the another. There is a link in the description below. I would recommend you solve these exercises at your end and then look at the videos for the explanations for the correct answers. Question number 1. If PV is $24,000 and AC is $27,000 and EV is $25,000, we can report the project as follows. A. Ahead of schedule and over budget. B. Ahead of schedule and behind budget. C. Behind schedule and over budget. D. Behind schedule and under budget. So first we calculate the values of SPI and CPI. SPI is EV upon PV. Putting the values, we get it as 1.04. So it is more than 1. That means the project is ahead of schedule. So we have two options stating ahead of schedule, that is A and B. We work out CPI. CPI is equal to EV upon AC, that is 25,000 upon 27,000, which is equal to 0.93. That means it is less than 1, which shows the project is over budget. So out of A and B, we have A is the correct answer, ahead of schedule and over budget. Question 2. One way to compute estimate at completion is to take the budget at completion and A. Divide by SPI, B. Multiply by SPI, C. Multiply by CPI, and D. Divide by CPI. This question is asking for formula of EAC, which is BAC upon CPI. Notice how you will have to remember the formulas to get the answers correct. So here in this case, the correct answer is divide by CPI, that is option D. Question 3. Estimate at completion EAC is a periodic evaluation of A. Cost of work completed, B. Value of work performed, C. Anticipated total cost at project completion, D. What it will cost to finish the job. Now when you look at the earned value, many of the terms have similar definitions. This could get you into trouble. Since the EAC means the estimate to completion, choice C is the best answer here. Choice D is the definition of ETC, that is estimate to complete. Question 4. If earned value EV is 350, actual cost AC is 400, planned value PV is 325, what is the cost variance CV? A. 350, B. minus 75, C. 400, D. minus 50. Now the value of CV is equal to EV minus AC, that is 350 minus 400 equals minus 50. That means D is the correct answer, minus 50. Question number 5. If a project has a CPI of 0.95 and an SPI of 1.01, this indicates option A, the project is progressing slower and costing more than planned. Option B, the project is progressing slower and costing less than planned. Or option C, the project is progressing faster and costing more than planned. Or option D, the project is progressing faster and costing less than planned. Now, did the wording trip you up on this one? Make sure you read the questions and answers carefully, since things were switched around on this one. A schedule performance index greater than 1 means that the project is progressing faster than planned. Whereas a cost performance index that is less than 1, it means the project is costing more than planned. So therefore, the choice C is the only one which is correct here. Question number 6. The value of all work that has been completed so far is option A, earned value, option B, estimate at complete, option C, actual cost, or option D, planned value. Now as we know, earned value is defined as the value of all the work completed to this point. So option A, that is earned value, is the correct answer. Question 7. The project earned value is 100,000. The planned value is 120,000. Actual cost is 115,000. The project BAC is 175,000. Calculate the EAC based on CPI. The options are A. 180,000, B. 201,149, C 165,000 and D 190,000. So first let us calculate CPI. CPI is equal to EV upon AC, that is putting the values we get it as 0.87, and EAC is equal to BAC upon CPI, that is 175,000 upon 0.87 equals 201,149. So the option B is 201,149 is correct. Question 8. A cost performance index CPI of 0.89 means option A, at this time we expect a total project to cost 89% more than planned. B, when the project is completed, we will have spent 89% more than planned. Or C, the project is only progressing at 89% of that planned. Or D, the project is only getting 89 cents out of every dollar invested. So clearly here the option D is correct, that is the project is only getting 89 cents out of every dollar invested. Question 9. A scheduled performance index SPI of 0.76 means A, you are over budget, or B, you are ahead of schedule, or C, you are only progressing at 76% of the rate originally planned, or D, you are only progressing at 24% of the rate originally planned. So clearly C is the correct answer, that is you are only progressing at 76% of the rate originally planned. Question 10. You have spent $322,168 on your project to date. The program manager wants to know why costs have been running so high. You explain that the resource cost has been greater than expected and should level out over the next 6 months. What does the $322,168 represent to the program manager? Now look at the first sentence. You have spent $322,168 on your project to date. So the actual cost is what you have spent to date on the project. So B, actual cost, is the correct answer. Question 11. Your project's actual cost has been reported at $200,000. This is equal to the earned value. The budget at completion for your project is $400,000. It is assumed that all future work will be accomplished at the budgeted rate. The EAC estimate at completion is A, $200,000, B, $600,000, or C, $400,000, or D, cannot be determined with the information provided. Now in such a case where balance work is to be completed at the budgeted rate, the formula for EAC is AC plus BAC minus EV. Here the value of AC is $200,000 and the value of earned value EV is equal to AC, that is $200,000. So putting the values, $200,000 plus 400,000 minus 200,000 equals 400,000. So the correct answer is C, $400,000. Question 12. Earned value management is a tool and technique that can be used in A, developing cost baseline, B, controlling costs, C, parametric estimating, or D, cost budgeting. Now the earned value analysis provides a means to determine cost and schedule variances. Refer to page 261 of the PMBOK 6 guide. So earned value management is the tool and technique to control the costs. So B, controlling cost, is the correct answer. Question 13. You are reviewing an earned value report and observe that CPI is 1.2 and SPI is 1. You will report to your sponsor that the project is A, right on plan according to the schedule and budget baselines, or B, ahead of schedule and over budget, or C, on schedule and under budget, or D, there is not enough information to determine the project condition. Now here a CPI greater than 1 indicates that the project is performing under budget, and SPI that is equal to 1 indicates that the project is performing at planned levels or on schedule. So the answer C here is correct, that is on schedule and under budget. Question 14. Your earned value analysis report is due. Project information indicates the following: EV equals to 150,000, PV equals to 140,000, AC equals to 160,000. You will report to your project sponsor that the project is A, ahead of schedule and under budget, or B, the project is ahead of schedule and over budget, or C, the project is behind schedule and over budget, or D, the project is behind schedule and under budget. Here earned value greater than planned value. Earned value is 150,000, planned value is 140,000. So earned value is greater than planned value indicates that the project is ahead of schedule. And actual cost 160,000 greater than the earned value, that is 150,000, indicates that the project is over budget. So the option B, that is project is ahead of schedule and over budget, is the correct answer. Question 15. If the cumulative CPI falls below the baseline plan, all future work must be performed at A, the TCPI to achieve the planned BAC, or B, below the TCPI to achieve the planned BAC, or C, the planned CPI to achieve the planned BAC, or D, the planned ETC to achieve the planned BAC. Now here, the TCPI, the two complete cost performance index, is the level of performance that must be achieved if the CPI falls below 1 and the project BAC must be met. So the answer A, that is two complete cost performance index to achieve the planned BAC, is the correct answer. Question 16. Generally, the earned value management is a technique used for measuring variance on A, small short duration projects, B, large complex projects, or C, only projects external to an organization, or D, only government projects. Now, the earned value management is generally associated with large, long-term projects. Earned value management provides a means to determine project performance at any point in the project lifecycle and also provides an opportunity to forecast the possible outcomes of the projects in terms of cost and schedule. So, answer B, that is large complex project, is the correct answer. Question 17. You are working on a project to build a bridge. You have reached a planned halfway mark. The total planned cost at this stage is $500. The actual physical work that has been completed at this stage is worth $400. You have already spent $1,000 on the project. What is the schedule variance? A, minus 100, B, 100, C, minus 600, or D, 600. The schedule variance is minus $100, as you have only completed $400 out of the $500 planned value. So A, minus 100, is the correct answer. Question 18. Which of the following indicates that the project is doing well? Select the best option. A, a negative cost variance, B, an SPI of less than 1, or C, a negative schedule variance, or D, a CPI of greater than 1. So clearly, a CPI greater than 1 indicates that you are spending less money than planned to deliver the project. D, a CPI greater than 1, is the correct answer that indicates that the project is doing well. Question 19. You are performing earned value reporting for your project. The project's CPI is 0.9 and the budget at completion is $1,000. What is the estimate cost at completion? A, $900, B, $1,100, or C, $1,000, or D, $1,010. Now, based on the information provided, the best formula to calculate the estimate at completion would be BAC upon CPI, or 1000 upon 0.9, that is 1100. So in this case, option B, that is $1,100, is the correct answer. Question 20. You are working on a project to build a bridge. You have reached the planned halfway mark. The total planned cost at this stage is $500. The actual physical work that has been completed at this stage is worth $400. You have already spent $1,000 on the project. What is the CPI cost performance index? A, 0.8, B, 1.2, C, 0.5, or D, 0.4. So the formula to calculate CPI is EV upon AC. EV in this case is $400. That is the actual physical work completed. And actual cost is what you have already spent, that is $1,000. And planned value is 500 at this stage. So therefore CPI is equal to EV, that is $400 upon $1,000, the actual cost, that is 0.4. So D, 0.4, is the correct answer. Question 21. For a project, earned value is 600, actual cost 400, estimate to completion 700. What is the estimate at completion? 1200, 1100, 1300, or 300. Now we know the formula to calculate ETC, that is estimate to complete, is EAC minus actual cost. Estimate at completion minus actual cost. So by using simple algebra, estimate at completion is equal to estimate to complete plus actual cost. That is 700 plus 400 equals to 1100. So option B, 1100, is the correct answer. Question number 22. Your project is expected to be delayed by 6 days from the scheduled final delivery date. Your current CPI is 1.5 and the project risks are low. You also have many discretionary dependencies on the project. You don't have access to any more resources for the project. Which of the following would be the best alternative to bring your project back on schedule? A. Reduce number of resources from an activity. B. Complete activities that involve external dependencies first. Or C. Remove few activities from the project. Or D. Complete some activities concurrently. The correct answer is D. Complete some activities concurrently. Since the project has low risk and there are many discretionary dependencies, it is best to plan to do more activities concurrently. Option A won't help in bringing project back on schedule. Option C is not suggested, as removing activities may affect the project negatively. Option B is not the best option, as there is no rationale to believe that activities with the external dependencies are on the critical path and finishing them first would reduce the project duration. Now here, you might have noticed that the term CPI has not been used. In fact, this is not a question from the cost management knowledge area. This is rather a question from the resource management knowledge area. I have deliberately taken this question here because at times these type of unusable terms are put in the question just to confuse you. Question number 23. What is the estimate at completion EAC assuming the current variances are atypical of the future? A project has initial budgeted cost, also called budget at completion BAC, as $100,000. As the project progresses, these are the current figures. Planned value PV as $20,000, actual cost AC as $25,000, earned value EV as $15,000. So the options are A. $110,000, B. $90,000, C. $100,000, D. $115,000. Now recall that BAC is budget at completion, which is the initial budgeted cost. In this case, it is 100,000 US dollars. Note that EAC is equal to AC plus BAC minus EV when the current variances are thought to be atypical of future. Hence, putting the values, EAC comes out to be $110,000. So the correct answer is A. Question number 24. Your project has current cost performance index of 1.2 and schedule performance index of 0.86. What does the figure indicate about the project performance? Option A, the project has cost underrun and is delayed. Or option B, the project has cost overrun and is delayed. Or option C, the project has cost underrun and is ahead of schedule. Or option D, the project has cost overrun and is ahead of schedule. Now here, as CPI is greater than 1, it indicates cost of completing the work is less than planned. However, as SPI is less than 1, that indicates that they are behind the schedule. So option A, that is the project has cost underrun and is delayed, is the correct answer. Question number 25. A project with a CPI index of 0.96 indicates A, the project has cost overrun and wouldn't complete within the budget. Or option B, the project has cost underrun for the performance due date. Or option C, the project has cost overrun for the work completed so far. Or option D, the schedule has overrun. Now, CPI and SPI, they are always indicative of current status of performance. We can't confidently state that project won't finish within budget. That is option A is ruled out if the current CPI is less than 1. And the schedule has overrun. We are not talking about schedule here. This is the CPI here. The correct answer is C. The project has cost overrun for the work completed so far. Question number 26. A project has faced some unforeseen circumstances that affected its performance with respect to cost and schedule. However, they are not bound to continue in future. What should be the value of estimate at completion EAC? Here, BAC is budget at completion, AC is actual cost, CPI is cost performance index, and EV is the earned value. Alternates are BAC upon CPI, B AC plus ETC, C AC plus BAC minus EV upon CPI, or D, AC plus BAC minus EV? The correct answer is D, that is AC plus BAC minus EV. Actual to date plus remaining budget is used when the current variants are thought to be atypical of the future. Question number 27. A project manager is working on a highly visible project in an organization and is most concerned about the project performance and progress. His cost variance is currently $150 and schedule various percentages minus 15%. Which of the following statements about the cost and schedule performance of the project is incorrect? A. The project spent more money on work accomplished than planned. Option B. The project has overestimated the amount of time needed for the activity. Option C. The project has faced some unplanned or planned setbacks which has affected the schedule. Or option D. The project is doing favorably cost-wise but is lagging on schedule. Now since cost variance for the project is positive $150, it means earned value is greater than planned value. And hence, the project has achieved more than planned in terms of cost. So that means option D is correct. The project is doing favorably cost-wise. However, the negative value of the schedule variance percentage denotes that the project is lagging in terms of planned schedule objectives. The formula to calculate the schedule variance percentage is earned value minus planned value upon planned value. This could be due to overestimation, that is option B, or unplanned activity affecting the schedule, that is option C. So the only option which is incorrect is option A. The project spent more money on work accomplished than planned. So the incorrect option being option A is the correct answer. Question number 28. Your schedule projected that you would reach 50% completion today on a road construction project that is paving 32 miles of new highway. Every 4 miles is scheduled to cost $5 million. Today, in your status meeting, you announced that you had completed 20 miles of the highway at a cost of $18 million. What is your planned value? Option A, $12.8 million. Option B, $18 million. Option C, $20 million. Or option D, $40 million. Planned value is calculated by multiplying the budgeted at completion by planned percent complete. Our cost per mile is planned at $1.25 million. That is $5 million divided by 4 miles. And our budgeted at completion is 32 miles into $1.25 million. That makes it $40 million. Now we plan to do 50% by today. That means $40 million into 0.5 equals $20 million. So option C, $20 million is the correct answer. Question number 29. If the cost performance index CPI is 0.1, this indicates A. The project is performing extremely poorly on cost. B. The project is costing 10% over what was expected. Or option C. The project is only costing 90% of what was expected. Or option D. The project is performing extremely well on cost. Now understanding the concept behind the earned value calculations is important for the exam and will help you with the questions like this one. In this question, the terrible cost performance index of 0.1 indicates that we are getting 10 cents of value for every dollar we spent. That means the project is doing very poorly on cost performance. So option A is correct. The project is performing extremely poorly on cost. Question number 30. If the earned value of a project on January 16 was $127,253, the budget at completion was $275,000 and the scheduled performance index was 0.77, how much work was expected to have been completed at this point? Option A, $97,985. Option B, $127,253. Option C, $165,264. Or option D, $211,750. Now the first step in answering any question is to determine what is being asked. In this case, the question asked how much work was expected to have been completed at this point. That means it is asking for planned value. In most scenarios, planned value is given to you in order to calculate something else. But in this case, you have to calculate it. One way to do this using this information we have is to use the formula for SPI. That is, SPI is equal to EV upon PV. Using the simple algebra, we can change it to around to say PV is equal to EV upon SPI or PV can be calculated by putting the values as $165,264. Now in this case, we can see that the project is behind schedule at this point and has not earned as much as value as it was expected to do. That is why the earned value is lesser. Earned value is 127,253 and the planned value was $165,264. So the correct answer is C, $165,264. Question number 31. If earned value equals $10,000, planned value is $8,000 and actual cost $3,000, what is the schedule variance? A, minus $2,000, B, $2,000, C, $5,000 or D, minus $5,000. Schedule variance is calculated as EV minus PV. So in this example, putting the values 10,000 minus 8,000 equals $2,000. So the correct answer is B, $2,000. Question number 32. Estimate to completion indicates option A, the total projected amount that will be spent based on past performance. B, the projected remaining amount that will be spent based on past performance. C, the difference between what was budgeted and what is expected to be spent. Or D, the original planned completion cost minus the cost incurred to date. Now the estimate to completion is what we expect to spend from this point forward based on the performance thus far. So the option B is correct. Question number 33. If the EAC for the project is $201,500, the ETC $25,010, the SPI 1 and the CPI as 1.06, what is BAC? Option A, 23,594, B, 190,094, C, 201,500, D, 213,590. Now the formula for EAC is EAC equals BAC upon CPI or BAC equals EAC into CPI. Putting the values, we get BAC as 213,590. So the correct answer is D. Question number 34. If you have a schedule variance of $500, this would indicate A, the planned value is less than earned value, B, earned value is less than the estimate at completion, or C, actual cost is less than the earned value, or D, the ratio of earned value to planned value is 5:1. Now this is another tricky question because of the way it is worded. Schedule variance is calculated as earned value minus planned value. In this case, the schedule variance is positive. Schedule variance could only be positive if the earned value is greater than the planned value, or stated otherwise, if the planned value is less than the earned value. A is the only choice that has to be true in this case. Question number 35. If budgeted at complete equals $500, estimate to complete $400, earned value $100 and actual cost as $100, what is the estimate at complete? A, $0, B, $150, C, $350 or D, $500. The estimate to complete is what we expect to have spent at the end of the project. It is calculated by taking our budget at complete and dividing it by the cost performance index. So step 1 is to calculate our cost performance index. It is earned value divided by actual cost, and in this case it is equal to 1. Budget at complete is $500. So $500 upon 1 equals $500. So D is the correct answer. Other way to calculate EAC is by using the formula of ETC equals EAC minus AC. So EAC is equal to AC plus ETC, which yields the same answer of $500. So D is the correct answer.